Whew. All right. It says that I'm live, so let me go check this out on the YouTube real quick. If I can go find the live stream. Let's see. Come on. What the? Oh, there it is. There it is. Cool. We are here. Oh, yeah. I'm a moderator for my own channel, duh. I have no idea how many people are going to show up today, given the fact I've not been live in forever and ever, amen. But Viper is in the building. We are back. What the hell? What is this? No, can't move, fool. Okay, cool. Wait, what just happened? Oh dear. What are we doing? What what is happening? What are we doing? Oh my Lord. See, this is what happens when you don't go live in a while. Stupid stuff happens. Oh, wait. What is going on? Like, why is this like this? Oh my goodness. Hold on, y'all. All right, let's see. Show. No, I didn't know, you dummy. What are you doing? Current application? I have no idea what's going on. Oh my Lord. Why is this doing this? Whoo! Okay, you sound rusty. Okay, hold on. Why is it doing this? What? There we go. Okay. I'm like, damn. Why is it doing this? All right. Yeah, I'm using Ecamm, and I've been using Ecamm in a while, so I gotta get back to figuring out how the hell Ecamm works. But hey, Marvin, what's going on, man? What's up, Joe? What's up, Jonathan? Appreciate you. Yeah, I haven't been here in a while, so I'm streaming. All right, now I gotta figure out where the hell my chat is. All right, why is the damn chat not showing up? Wait a minute. All right. I mean, I know it's been a while since I used Ecamm, but where? I know the chat is there. Like, where is the damn chat? All right, wait. No, that's that one. Okay. Oh, here we go. That's it. There it is. All right, cool. Found that. All right, why is that still showing? Oh, let me refresh that. Okay, got that. All right, cool. Man, rusty. There we go. All right, there we go. Okay. There we are. What up, Brad? What's going on, man? Good to see you. Appreciate you dropping in. What's up, Josh? What's going on, man? Appreciate you. How you doing, man? How you been? Why is this still doing dumb stuff? Come on, bro. Play the stream. There we go. Play the stream. All right. Cool. Appreciate y'all being here. All right. So it's been a while since I've been online. I've been live since, as you all can tell, I feel like a newbie out here trying to figure out how to do streaming stuff. But I just felt like having a chat, so that's why I'm here live. Shout out to the 8 of y'all, whoever are watching. I appreciate y'all being here. Hopefully y'all are doing well. No one. Oh, Jeff. What's up, Jeff? What's going on, man? Jeff Hale's in the building. My man, Jeff Hale. Yeah, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Good to see you. Number one. I don't know if anybody has been paying attention online to what's been going on with Apple and the current way that they're doing things with content creators, but there seems to have been a recent shift over at Apple. So I saw my dude Nikia Molina post a video that he was invited to an Apple event and they gave out a swag bag at that event. Now, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I have never seen Apple give out swag to anybody, whether it be journalist, influencer, whatever, creator. I've never seen it. And so I'm like, all right, what's going on? Like, what's the change? Like, how do we get here? Usually Apple, they feed their early units to reviewers and different things like that when the iPhone, the MacBook, the iPad come out and stuff like that. But I've never seen Apple give like swag out. And maybe they have in the past, but I've never seen it until 2 weeks ago or whatever Nikia posted that video on Twitter, right? The other thing I've been seeing is that other like actual traditional journalists have been commenting lately on social media about how when Apple does have events, Apple is now inviting more influencers to the event as opposed to traditional journalists. So again, it seems like Apple is trying to get more and more creators and influencers into the fold as it relates to Apple events. So I just had a random thought about this. Why is Apple inviting influencers and creators more and more to their events, giving creators swag bags and different things like that? No, I'm not talking about WWDC. That's different, Brad. That's WWDC. That's an event. Obviously, they do stuff like that for WWDC. But I'm talking about like whatever event that Nick Kids went to recently. I think it was for there must have been some type of briefing around a new MacBook Pro release or whatever. They gave out a swag bag at this MacBook briefing, and I've never seen that done before at an Apple event. So I'm just like, what is going on? How is this happening? Why are they doing this now? And why is Apple seemingly catering more and more to content creators? And I think I have a reason. And I don't know if I'm particularly comfortable with the reasoning that I'm coming up with in my mind. Over the years, it seems like Apple has faced a lot of scrutiny one way or another, whether it be good, bad, whatever the case may be. Brett Shuddy, what's up, bro? How you doing? Good to see you. So over the years, Apple, again, like I said, has faced a lot of scrutiny. Remember, they had a privacy gripe with an iCloud hack a few years ago, whatever. We talked about the keyboard situation a few years ago, whatever. Recently, we've been talking about Apple and AI and how Siri is garbage and stuff like that, and how she's so far behind other AI assistants and different things like that. And now you got this rollout of Apple Intelligence, right? And you all have heard me say that I have not appreciated how Apple have marketed Apple Intelligence up until the point where they finally released it to the public, like on Monday. The iPhone has been out a month, but it only got Apple Intelligence for regular consumers this past Monday. But that's not the way that Apple has been advertising it. So this leads me back to my current thought process as to why Apple is inviting more and more creators into the space. And I think that it's because Apple feels like they can exercise more control over the creators that they invite to these events. We have talked about a lot here in this space about how Apple loves to control the narrative, and they handpick the creators that they work with. They don't work with just any old body. They handpick the creators that they work with to give early access to invite to events, different things like that. And we talked about how these creators highly value the relationship that they have with Apple, because we know that that's the number one ticket in town. Apple is going to get you the views and different things like that. So creators are very tight and they value their relationship with Apple very much. So leading back to my current train of thought here, why is Apple inviting more and more creators into the fold? Why is Apple giving out swag to content creators at random press briefings and things like that? I feel like Apple is trying to control narratives. I feel like Apple is trying to handpick who they invite to these events, because a lot of the creators that they invite and different things like that have exhibited overly positive inclination towards Apple. And those people usually are the ones that Apple are going to invite to these events. I'm not saying that these creators are bad people or anything like that, but I am not a fool, okay? I was born at night, not last night. So when you handpick certain people to invite and you are giving out creator swag and stuff and things like that to people that have shown positive inclination towards Apple over the past or whatever, it just makes me believe that Apple is really trying to really control the narrative that go out, especially around this Apple Intelligence release, because this is such a big thing for them. And they really don't want any negative press out there about Apple Intelligence and different things like that. Especially with the products that are launching around Apple Intelligence. They are really, in my opinion, trying extremely hard to make sure that there is no bad press around this Apple Intelligence rollout as it relates to these iPhones, these Macs, whatever the case may be, because they are very sensitive to the coverage that Apple Intelligence is getting. I mean, you had Joanna Stern flat out ask Craig Federighi, you are advertising it, but it's not here yet. And he tap danced around that question so hard. He tap danced around it. Like, bro, you were out here literally lying for a month. You were lying to customers about Apple Intelligence. And the best that you could do is, well, we know that Apple Intelligence is on the way and these features are going to be gradually rolled out, blah, blah, blah. Bro, nothing was there, Craig. Nothing was there. For one whole month after the iPhone's release, there was zero Apple Intelligence on these iPhones, yet you are advertising it up the ass in every ad like it's there out of the box, when in actuality, it was not. So, it just makes me wonder, man, I don't know. I kind of feel like Apple is really trying to manipulate the narrative and different things like that around their current processing and different things like that. I also believe that there's another thing that's happening behind the scenes that something going on that may or may not be going on, but I think it's kind of going on because we know it's coming, and that is that Apple is transitioning. Tim Cook is on his way out. I don't know if y'all been paying attention and different things like that, but Tim Cook, I think he even said in an interview a year or two ago that he's going to retire within the next 10 years. Well, I think that was like a year or two ago. Tim Cook is retiring soon. I don't know if it's going to happen in the next year or 2 or 3, but Tim Cook is on his way out. So I don't know if he's like ceding power to people below him because he knows he's on his way out and they want to change the way that Apple deals with press in the future. Because I don't know if y'all noticed, but creators are sort of forming the way media is handled these days. We are literally in new media. Even the presidential candidates are looking more and turning more toward creator coverage than ever before because they realize how much power and influence content creators have with the audiences of today. Media of yesterday is gone, fam. The traditional network television, blah, blah, blah. I mean, they're still there and they still have their place. But if you really want to reach the people where they are, content creators are the way to go today. That is we are taking over. So I think Apple is recognizing this too. And that might be another reason why they are seemingly catering to creators this way because they see that creators have the influence and the power to influence buyers and different things like that. But it's just crazy. But yeah, Brad, exactly. Apple they're carefully curating the narrative around these releases by handpicking the people that they are inviting out to these press briefings and their events and different things like that. And Apple has always done that. I'm not saying this is the first time they've done it, but with the content creation, the creators, and the evolution of Apple inviting more and more content creators to these events, more content creators than traditional press, mind you, it seems to me that Apple is really trying to handpick people that will give them favorable, positive coverage. And I'm just like, ugh. I mean, if I see it, I'm not the only one. Like, I just feel like Apple is really trying to curate positive coverage towards this launch because they do not want negative press around the launch of Apple Intelligence because it is so critical for their next phase or whatever it is that they do. It starts with Apple Intelligence, and they don't want negative press around Apple Intelligence. I'm currently on iOS 18.2, where they just introduced image playgrounds and Emojis and different things like that, and that stuff is okay. And now Siri has ChatGPT integration, and that stuff is fine. But I mean, it's still not the full suite of Apple Intelligence that we were showed at WWDC. And Apple, and I will give them this credit, when they announced it at WWDC, they did tell us that it was going to be a slow, gradual rollout of all the features. We were not going to get all the features at once. They were going to slow roll these features out to the masses. They were going to slow roll out these features to certain devices, like iPad Vision Pro. There's no Apple Intelligence on that yet. There's other Apple products that don't have Apple Intelligence yet, but those are coming down the road. So Apple did completely... They told us at WWDC that this was going to be a slow rollout. But then they went and advertised the iPhones and have Apple Intelligence at launch when they did. And they advertised like that for an entire month. But these iPhones had no Apple Intelligence unless you were on beta software. And most people are not on beta software. So I just felt like that was being disingenuous from Apple to advertise it that way when in actuality, it was not happening. And now we got more and more creators being invited to events, and they're carefully curating the creators that they invite to these events and briefings and different things like that. People that historically have given them positive press and coverage. And I've talked to people that have been quote unquote blacklisted from Apple. Okay, it is a thing. They will lock you out if they feel like you've given them unfavorable coverage. So even though I know I have friends of mine that have told me in the past that Apple does allow you to say what you want as long as your coverage is fair. But if they feel like you've gone out of bounds or out of pocket with your coverage in any way, shape, or form, they will blacklist you. I know people that have been blacklisted by Apple supposedly. So I just find it interesting that with the current transition of Apple moving over more into more, giving more and more creators access, it seems to be people that have been historically positive with Apple that they're giving this access to. And I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with that as a company. That kind of makes sense, but you cannot escape criticism. It's not happening. It's not realistic. It ain't cute, fam. It's like, no, if you do something wrong, Apple, we're calling you out. When you intentionally lie to your customers for a month about Apple Intelligence being on their iPhone, I'm going to call you out. So Viper is probably not being invited to any Apple events or briefings because I'm not going to sit here and give them the benefit of the doubt when they're intentionally lying to you. Because as I told y'all, my first obligation as a content creator is to you, the ones that are watching this live stream right now, especially considering that 17 of you all that are here and this was not planned. I just felt like having a chat and y'all showed up. I love y'all. My first obligation is to you. It will always be you. It will never be Apple, Google, Samsung. It will always be to you. So if I feel like Apple is misleading you or deceiving you, I will let you know. And for the past month before Monday, I let you all know. You all have seen me on social media time and time again calling Apple out for lying about the presence of Apple Intelligence on the iPhone, even though it's all over their marketing, it's all over their damn buildings. How many of you all have been to an Apple store recently, before Monday, mind you, that Apple Intelligence was all over their windows, their doors, all of it, even though none of these phones had Apple Intelligence until 72 hours ago? It's BS. But now we're here so we can move past that finally, even though I will never not acknowledge how they lied about it for a month. And they deceived you all intentionally to get these iPhones into more and more hands, not only for these people to open up these iPhones and find out that there is no Apple Intelligence, fam. But yeah, they lied, and they know they lied, but they didn't care. Josh said he still hasn't updated his iPhone. You should update it. Try out that Apple Intelligence, bro. Try out that Apple Intelligence. Also, for the people that haven't updated their iPhone, but they did recently, I think you all are aware by now, but there is a wait list. It's very short usually, but there is a wait list, and you do have to sign up for Apple Intelligence. You don't just update and get it automatically. You update, and then you join the wait list, and usually around 5-10 minutes later, you'll have access to the features. So it's not just an immediate, you upgrade and you have it. You upgrade, you join the wait list, and then you get approved, and then your device is supported. So that's how that works. Bradson, what do you think of that completely AI video that was at the end of the MacBook Pro announcement? I have not watched any of the announcement videos, so I don't know. So I can't really comment on that. But it is kind of weird that there will be a completely AI video. But then again, I'm not surprised because Apple is trying to market Apple Intelligence heavily, as I've been talking about throughout this live stream. But it is weird. Although I do wonder why they did videos and they didn't have an actual event. My guess is that they didn't want to mess with the election season because everything is revolving around the election right now. And my guess is that Apple didn't really want to run up against that. So that's why they didn't have an actual event. But, I mean, I could be wrong. No, I can't watch it live with you all because the moment I do that, it'll get copyright claimed and all that crap. And I ain't got time for that. So I can't do that. But I'll have to take your word for that. All right. What else I want to talk about? All right. The other thing I want to talk about today, speaking of creators and working with brands and different things like that, right? I had another random thought. And if those of y'all who follow me on Twitter, you saw my tweet thread about this, I think it was yesterday or the day before. But recently, Sony has sent out PlayStation 5 Pros to the journalists and creators that they have relationships with. Those people they are getting early access to the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, officially, the PlayStation 5 Pro isn't being released to us normal folk until next week. But the journalists and the creators that have that relationship, they got them now so they can do their reviews, right? So my thought process is when a creator posts a picture of the PlayStation 5 Pro on their Twitter feed or whatever, and they'll say something usually like, thank you to Sony for sending this out, blah, blah, blah. People will call them shills, sellouts, or whatever the case may be. They'll say that, oh, Sony gave you that for free, blah, 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 blah. No, Sony did not give them that for free. You understand? Sony sent out those PS5 Pros to the creators so the creators could cover the launch of the damn system, okay? When Nomad sends me cases to review, they don't send me the cases just for free. They send it to me with the expectation that I will cover them on my YouTube channel. I am so damn tired of people accusing creators of getting free stuff. Ain't nothing free out here, fam. If they are sending creative product, they are sending creative product with the expectation that we will cover them. Creators are media companies. Do you understand? If you have a YouTube channel and you have any sort of following, you are a mini media company. And if somebody is sending you product, they are not just sending it to you out the kindness of their heart. They're sending it to you because they feel like you have enough of a following that you will give them coverage on the product. It ain't free stuff. Anybody that's been in this game for any amount of time will tell you that when something shows up on our doorstep, it ain't free stuff. It's work. It's more work, okay? Because again, companies just don't send stuff to send stuff. They send stuff because they want coverage. So even though these Sony creators are getting access to the PS5 Pro, it's not getting it for free. It is getting it so they can cover the PS5 Pro launch. Now, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was wondering, why is this viewed so differently from traditional media, right? When traditional media gets early access to iPhones, I have never seen The Verge, Engadget, CNET. I have never seen any of them put a tweet out there thanking Apple, Samsung, or whatever brand for giving them early access to a product. I've never seen it. The only time traditional media actually even acknowledges that they got early access is when they do the review of the product. Then they'll put a little line in the review that said we were giving early access to the product to the brand. But creators are different. Now, creators will openly put out there that they got the product from the brand and they will thank you. Now, there are a couple of aspects to this that I want to talk about, and let me know what you all think in the chat. Number one, as a content creator, and I've talked about this before, and you all know you're creators, you understand how this works. We are legally obligated that if we have a relationship with a brand and that brand sends us out a product, we have to disclose that information to you, the viewer. It is a legal obligation. There are no walkarounds or workaround, whatever you want to call it. We are supposed to tell the viewers that Sony sent out the PlayStation 5 Pro to us. So, but the thing about that disclosure is that them tweets that creators put out about thank you to the brand for sending the product out, blah, 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 blah. The creators don't necessarily need to send those tweets out. They don't have to thank the brand. The only thing that the creator needs to do and required to do is that when they do their coverage of that product, in that coverage, they have to let you know that the brand sent out the product. So, for example, if I were sent the PS5 Pro early, right? I don't have to put out a tweet thanking Sony for sending me the PS5. I don't need to do that. But when I go make a video about it, in that video, I would have to let you know that shout out to Sony or thank you, Sony, or Sony sent out the PS5 Pro for early review. I would need to let you know that. But a lot of creators, they put out these thank you tweets to the brands for sending out such and such product. And I know why they do it. Okay, this is the inside baseball that nobody talks about. So if you're in this live stream, we about to talk about some unwritten code in the creator space today. I don't even care, yo. We know why they do this, though. So everybody knows. Well, now if you don't know, now you know that none of these creators out here who got the PS5 Pro, none of them are required to send these thank you tweets out. They're only required to disclose that they got the PlayStation 5 Pro when they do their actual review. But they send these thank you tweets out because they see it as a status symbol. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call it what it is, okay? Because this has a dual effect, all right? These creators are sending out these thank you tweets to show that they got early access, to show that they're in an exclusive club, okay, that other creators might not be a part of, right? So when you got creators out here getting early access to the PS5 Pros and the iPhones and the Samsungs, not everybody gets early access. We understand that. This has been a conversation since I've been a content creator dating back to 2018 and before. There are certain creators who are given early access to stuff, and the rest of our creators gotta wait until we buy it ourselves or we get sent it later on down the line, okay? But there are a bunch of creators that get their early access and they want to put it on the rest of our heads that they get early access. But when you do that, you subject yourself to being called a shill, a sellout, or you getting free stuff. That's the adverse effect of putting these thank you tweets out there. Because again, none of y'all have to put thank you tweets out there. You're not required to do that. The only thing that you're required to do is to disclose that when you do your actual video coverage, that you got the product sent to you. You're not required to put out a thank you tweet, but you put out the thank you tweet because you feel special. You're in that exclusive club that you got sent early access or whatever. You got early access to a product that nobody else has early access to, and you want to feel special. That's why y'all really do it. Let's keep it real out here today, baby. Let's keep it real. That's why you do it. And I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it, okay? Because I know we work hard to get that early access. I've been there, okay? I lived that life. I understand how that life works. I feel you. But then when y'all do stuff like that, the rest of us got to deal with the fallback. Your shields, you sold out. You get free stuff. When in actuality, it's not actually free stuff. It's more work. Because, again, Sony's not sending out these PS5s as charity, fam. They're sending these PS5s out to creators who are going to cover the launch. They're going to review it, play it, do all the things, and they're going to make video content around the PS5 Pro. So, I'm just sitting back here in my observation deck from my Twitter on my iPhone 16 Pro Max, observing all these tweets. And I'm just looking at this stuff like, this is very interesting to me about how we are perceived as content creators who get free stuff. Bro, let me tell y'all again, for the people in the back, it is not free stuff. Yes, these creators are trying to dunk on the rest of the people that don't get early access, but in actuality, that is work they have to do. The reason why they get free stuff is because it is a tool of their occupation. If you get hired to a company today in 2024, there's a good chance that that company is going to issue you a work computer. Does that mean you got a free computer? Hell no. That means that you got a computer that you are required to have to do your job. And it's the same thing with creators getting free stuff. It's not getting free stuff. It's the creators getting the things that they need to do their job. If Sony wants coverage of the PS5 Pro, guess what they have to do? They have to send out review units to journalists and creators. It is not getting free stuff. It is a tool of the job. I am tired of people out here acting like creators are shields just because these brands are doing what they have to do to get their marketing out there to the masses, okay? It is ridiculous. Donald Trump went to Texas and sat down for 3 hours with Joe Rogan because he wanted to get his message out there, okay? Joe Rogan didn't have to go to Donald Trump. He didn't have to make any accommodations or anything for Donald Trump. Donald Trump went to Texas to Joe Rogan's studio and sat down for 3 hours and did an interview because Donald Trump wanted that coverage because he understands that Joe Rogan has the biggest podcast in the world and he wanted to get his message out. I don't care if you love Trump or you hate Trump. I'm talking about the process. As opposed to Kamala Harris that will not go to Texas and will only give Joe Rogan 1 hour. This is all according to a tweet that Rogan recently put out there. He's invited her on the podcast, but she, because her schedule or whatever the case it is, she will not go to Texas and she will not give him 3 hours. So he would have to go to her and she would only give him 1 hour of her time. And Rogan won't do it. And I am glad he won't do it because why the hell would he have to accommodate her if he didn't accommodate Donald? And again, I don't care who you vote for. I don't care. But let's call a spade a spade. If he didn't have to accommodate Trump, why the hell would he accommodate Kamala? Okay, that's what I'm like. That's where I'm at with it. So, again, if you are a brand and you want coverage on your product or service, what you are going to do is do the things that you need to do to get that coverage. And in the case of content creators and brands like Sony and Apple and Samsung, the brands are going to send out review units to creators. It is not getting free stuff. It is the brands sending out the tools to the creators that they need to cover the launch. That is what is happening here. It is not shielding. It is not selling out. It is the brand and the creators having a working relationship. Some of y'all need to understand the reality of how this stuff works. It's the same way that The Verge gets sent iPhone review units. The same way that Engadget gets sent iPhone review units. The same way that CNET gets sent review units. That happens for iJustine, Marquette Brownlee, your average consumer, Linus. Oh, no, I don't know Linus. I don't think Linus is in there. Other creators, the Mark Ellises of the world. These people have the early access because Apple has identified them that people that they need to get these units to if they want the coverage. If Apple wants to maximize coverage of the iPhone, they're going to send iPhone review units out and get that coverage. That does not mean that the creators are shilling for Apple. It means that Apple has to send out the review units to get the coverage. So, can we please just understand how marketing works and press works? This is press, fam. If you want press, you have to give somebody something to talk about. We are every content creator. I don't know if y'all got an email from brands, but when you get the email from these brands are sending us email from their marketing and media team. We are press to the brand. The brands use us as marketing, okay? We are marketing, we are media. That's what we get labeled at. When we get invited to an event as creators, we are given media badges, okay? We are media. So there's no free stuff. There is the brand supplying the media, which is us, with the things that we need to do our media job. When the Chicago Bears want people to talk about them, they invite the media to their practice facilities to cover the team. It's not, oh my God, the media. Oh, no. Actually, the better example is when the Chicago Bears want the media to cover the team, they invite the team to Soldier Field during game days to cover the team. It's not the media got a free ticket to a game. No. The Chicago Bears are giving media access to the stadium on game day so the media can do their damn job. It is the exact same thing with content creation. It is not a free PS5 Pro. It is not a free iPhone. It is a tool that we need to do our job, to cover the product for the brand. I don't know why this is so difficult for people to comprehend. I don't understand it. I have seen too many tweets and too much crap out there about people getting free stuff. It ain't free, fam. There's work involved. When I get something sent to this house or my mailbox or whatever, I got to turn on my light. My Godox XL60, SL60, I got to turn on my light. I got to turn on my Sony a7 IV. I got to turn on my M3 Max MacBook Pro. And I got to turn on my Rodecaster Pro 2. And I got to go to work. Okay, that is work. It ain't free. It takes time and effort for me to make content around that product that I received. It is work. It is not free stuff. Now, if you disagree, you are more than welcome to drop it in the chat and let me know how you feel about this. But I'm just letting y'all know how this stuff works, bro. This is how it works. This is the reality of what we do as content creators. All right, let me go back to the chat here and see what I got here. Joe says, Rogan is probably wasting our time anyway since most of his followers seem to be right-wing these days. See, I saw that online too. The problem with that is Joe Rogan has the biggest audience, and even if they're mostly right-wing or whatever you want to call it, there are still some people out there that she could potentially influence. And there's a large amount of people, it's a much more amount of people that she could influence by going on the other podcast that she went on. And all due respect to Club Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay is not Joe Rogan, okay? Let's get that clear. Club Shay Shay is getting popular. It's becoming something. It ain't Joe Rogan's podcast. So even if you think its audience is all one way or whatever the case may be, there's still some people that she could potentially influence by going on Joe Rogan, but she doesn't want to go on Joe Rogan. I'm not going to get into all that because then now y'all really hate me then. But I ain't going to get into all that. All I'm saying is that Trump did it, she didn't, and people on Twitter seem to believe that Rogan should accommodate her, and it makes me laugh. Absolutely not. Rogan should not accommodate her because he didn't accommodate Trump. Because if you accommodate one, then you got to accommodate the other. But if you don't accommodate the other, then if you don't accommodate one, why the hell would you accommodate the other? It's no. You got to have it both ways, fam. Either you do them both the same or you don't do them. Damn that. Hell no. Absolutely not. Get out of here with that trash. All right. Tech King, what up, bro? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Appreciate you being here. Brad says, I do not think that's the same with others, but I do believe that higher priced items seem to be only loaned and not expected to be given for exchange or review. It don't matter if it's higher price, low price. It don't matter. It's all tools of the craft. When you go turn on Doug DeMuro card channel, right? He's giving early access to certain cars so he can do reviews. And how much does the car cost? Thousands of dollars, right? It's not free. It's not a free car for Doug DeMuro. It is a vehicle that Doug has that he can do his review and coverage on. And then to your point, he gives the car back, whatever the case may be. It ain't what it is. This is not free stuff. He gets the car for a certain period of time, and then he gives the car back, whatever the case may be. Oh, I missed the comment. So let's see. Let me go into the comment before that. Okay. So Brad says, I don't want to argue, but it's my understanding that most Apple devices are only loaned, and you have to return them after you've done your review, period. Fine. This is the other thing. Like, you got to return the review unit, or you don't have to return the review. It doesn't. I don't think it matters. It doesn't change my point. Loan, return, or given, it doesn't matter. It's all a tool. Who cares? Like, all right, so I get sent cases. I don't have to return the cases. Does it change my perception? No. Hell no. I'm going to do my video the same way, whether the case, I have to get the case back or not. It's irrelevant. These are all tools that we have to use to provide coverage for these brands, okay? No matter if it's on loan or not on loan. They are tools, okay? It ain't free shit. It is a tool that we use to cover the product. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. Everybody making it out more than it is. Now, the other thing that's a little weird about the situation, or some of these situations anyway, is that some creators will try to act like they don't have biases. Stop it. We all have an inherent bias, okay? My man Drew from Taylor Tech have been forward from day one. He is an Apple sheep. I have called myself the captain of Team Apple from day one. We all have some type of inherent bias, all right? Anybody that's on here telling you that they don't have a bias is lying to you. We all have some type of bias. This is why I always tell you guys that you should watch more than one creator when you are trying to make a purchasing decision. Don't just watch one person, watch 3 or 4 or 5, because we all gonna cover it differently. No two creators are going to cover a product the same way. None of them. None of them. See, Josh in the chat, he's a Samsung Knight. Loud and proud out here. Samsung Knight, stand up. There you go. See, we all have some type of bias, fam. It is what it is. What up, T? I see you out there, bro. Appreciate you dropping in. Abaddon, I see you out there, my guy. How you doing? Appreciate you, bro. Good to see you in the building. But yeah, we all have some type of bias. Some of us are more upfront about it than others, but we all have a bias, right? Again, this is why I say, don't just watch one creator when you are making a purchasing decision. Watch 4 or 5 of our videos, get a full picture of what it is that you're researching, and then make your purchasing decision off of that. But again, going back to what I was saying before, I don't care if it's on loan or not on loan. Ain't no free ish. It is work. When I get sent something in the mail, it is work. Okay, I have to do work, and that's the relationship that I have with the brand as a content creator. Just like the traditional media have relationship with the companies that they cover, like the Chicago Bears have beat reporters that have relationship with the Chicago Bears because they have to have those relationships to do their job. Like Apple has relationships with certain creators because, again, Apple needs to have these relationships to get the coverage that they want. Like Samsung, like Google. It is what it is. It is relationships. And T can tell y'all about this because he's real good at this stuff. It's all about relationships and working with each other, right? But some viewers and other creators like misconstrue the relationship aspect of it because they are too busy looking at the free stuff and not looking at the actual relationship and the things that have to happen to make sure that these things work. Because the relationship has to work for all parties involved, not just one party. It can't just work for the brand. It has to work for the creator too. Or it can't just work for the traditional media member. It has to work for the brand as well. You know, we all have to eat in this, bro. We all have to watch each other back, and we all have to eat and make things happen. So it ain't always about selling out and getting free stuff. It's about relationships and making sure that we are all on the same page at the end of the day, and we're getting this stuff done. Because it's all a job, right? People who are doing it, well, for some of these people, some of us are doing it full time. I'm not doing it I'm not doing it full time, but some of us are doing it full time. Some of us are trying to get to a place where we can do it full time, and we got to treat it as we're doing it full time because it's all a business, and we're trying to build businesses out here. All right, let me take a drink. Appreciate y'all hanging out for this little rant midday out here. Happy Thursday to y'all. Happy Halloween. I keep forgetting today's Halloween. Happy Halloween, man. What am I for Halloween? I'm Viper. Dressing up as Viper, ranting as Viper, doing all the Viper things out here. Then I've been out here I've been live in 3 weeks, so we out here, we're live, we're doing the damn thing. We out here today. All right. The next thing I want to talk about, something I talked about a little bit this morning in Coffee Talk, parasocial relationships and the craziness are behind all of that, right? So, for those of y'all who are not familiar with the term parasocial relationship, let me just fill you in real quick. So, let's say you are a fan of a sports team, right? I'm from Chicago. Obviously, I'm a Bear fan. I've been a Bear fan since birth, practically, pretty much. So you can say that I have a parasocial relationship with the fans. A parasocial relationship is like a one-sided relationship where you follow somebody or something closely. You it's really involved in your life. It kind of affects your emotions and your well-being a little bit and different things like that. It's just something that you really love, but it's one-sided. It's basically only you loving it. A lot of times the other half don't even know you exist or whatever the case may be, or their part of it might only be transactional or whatever. And I can really give you guys an example of this when we talk about streamers, right? These Twitch streamers out here like Amaranth or Pokemon or whatever, right? There's a lot of dudes out here that kind of fantasize about hooking up with these females, and these females don't even know they exist. So in that realm, that is a parasocial relationship, not really a healthy one, but it's a parasocial relationship because they are fixated on these streamers out here like the Pokemans and the Amaranth of the world. But these chicks don't even know these dudes and this, that, and the other. And that's a parasocial relationship. Now, parasocial relationships can be healthy or unhealthy, right? The Bears played a game on Sunday, lost the game by a Hail Mary. And there were some Chicago Bear fans, not me, but there were some Bear fans out here still mentally and physically affected by this loss 2 days later. In my estimation, in my opinion, that is an example of an unhealthy parasocial relationship, okay? The game is over. You got to move on. There's a new game next week, okay? We're playing on Sunday against the Cardinals. The Commander game is over. We lost. It's done. But there are people even today still feeling the pain of that loss. That is an unhealthy parasocial relationship. But let's go to the other end of the spectrum, right? Let's talk about a more healthy parasocial relationship. So let's say you're trying to get in shape, right? You want to lose weight, you want to build your muscle, whatever the case may be. You want to get in shape. And let's say that you follow a fitness influencer or a fitness creator that you kind of idolize or pattern your behavior after to try to get your body in shape. To me, that would be an example of a more healthy parasocial relationship because that person is helping you get your health and life in order. But you're not too overly fixated on them as the individual. You just like the way that they go about their business and the exercises and things that they teach on their channel or whatever the case may be. So that would be a healthy parasocial relationship. But when it gets unhealthy, is that when the person that is fixated or fantasizing about the person or thing gets too attached. Like back in my Amaranth and Pokemon example, dudes out here who really are going to meet and greet expecting to get something from these girls other than a handshake or whatever. Sometimes this stuff gets unhealthy. Sometimes it gets so unhealthy that people will literally track down where creators live. I have seen it, unfortunately. We've had creators that had harm come to them because their subscribers or fans have found out where they live, and it just got ugly. So there's a big time aspect to the unhealthiness of parasocial relationships. And it's interesting how that comes about. And I guess I'm just really thinking about why? Why do we feel the need as a human being, as an individual? Why do you feel the need to engage in a one-sided parasocial relationship, right? Why do you feel that need? Why do we feel that need? I don't know. And I have an idea, and I think it has something to do with something that might be missing in your own individual life that you're trying to fill a void. Maybe you lost a loved one, or maybe you don't have any friends or family in your life, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But in my eyes, if you are engaging in an unhealthy parasocial relationship, chances are you are missing something in your life that you don't have, and you need to reevaluate that. And if you ever catch yourself having an unhealthy parasocial relationship, you need to take a break. You need to step back and think about that from a bigger picture. Why? Why are you so deep into this? Why 48 hours later are Bear fans still mad about a loss? Why are you this way? Why are you so invested in this? That's just unhealthy. It's not good for you. So I think people need to be very, very mindful of the parasocial relationship that they undertake and engage in, especially if they bring on the unhealthy. Some of these things can be very destructive. So we really need to be careful. And creators, me and Roberto were talking about this on the live stream or on the coffee talk this morning, but creators, especially my female creators, you all need to really be upfront with your viewers, right? I was talking to a female friend of mine that visited me, right? And I was like, and I'm not into her or anything like that, but I just told her straight to her face, listen, you're an attractive woman. You have a boyfriend. You need to let your viewers know that you have a boyfriend, because you don't want these dudes generating unhealthy, unparasocial relation, unhealthy parasocial relationship towards you. You need to tell these dudes up front they have no chance. You have a boyfriend, you're not interested. And that just goes to creators being honest about what's happening on stream. Now, some creators, as me and Roberto talked about earlier this morning, some creators will literally abuse it and use it to their advantage. They will be married, have boyfriends, but they will not let you know that because they want your money or whatever the case may be. They want your time and this, that, and the other, and they will not be honest with you about that. However, that can have a damning effect on the people that are watching them and growing these unhealthy relationships with them on some false pretenses. That's why I told my friend, listen, you need to let these people know that you have a boyfriend. So they don't even get, they know they don't have a chance. Like, don't even put it in their mind that they have a chance. Just let them know. I ain't saying you got to tell them his name or whatever the case may be. Just let them know that you have a boyfriend. Because if you just leave it out there and they think they have a chance, it can really develop into something that might be uncomfortable for you and them. And it's no why. Why even let it get there? So some of it is up to the creator to temper those expectations and set those boundaries. That's another word that we've been talking about a lot here in the last couple of years. Set your boundaries, creators. Do not let these people develop unhealthy parasocial relationships with you. You got to set boundaries, like as tech creators, right? We've seen it before when we have people comment on our videos that have unhealthy relationships with Apple or Samsung, and they want to come on your video and talk all this trash about you because you support one brand or another. You got to set that boundary, fam. You got to let them know, like, no, we not doing it, bro. You can have those feelings, but don't put that crap on my page, fam. Like, we not doing that. You are crossing a boundary that we will not allow. You will be timed out. You will be hidden from the channel. You will be put in the void, okay? The void. All right? If you come on my channel with this BS, you will be put in the void. So you need to calm down. So I think it's also up to creators to set those boundaries to make sure that people understand what they can and cannot do with you as a content creator. And again, this especially goes to my female creators out there. You really need to be careful about these boundaries and set them hard and set them often so people don't get out of pocket with you, because they will get out of pocket with you if you let them. It is a crazy world out there. The sense of entitlement out here from people is at an all-time high. Bro, did y'all see the World Series Game 4? Did you see what happened in Game 4 of the World Series? You had two dumbass Yankee fans along the right field foul line or whatever, and there was a foul ball hit over there, and Mookie Betts went over there to play a foul ball, and it got close to the stands, that right foul line, and he jumped he put his hand into the stands to catch the ball. He caught the ball, but two Yankee fans who were in the stands wrestled the ball, or they attempted to wrestle the ball out of his glove, put their physical hands on Mookie Betts trying to wrest the ball out of his hand. What? First of all, bro, let me tell y'all something, bro. You don't never put your hand on a player, fam. You put your hand on a player as a fan, you done. You automatic. They got escorted out of there. They got arrested, and rightfully so. Although now they're doing some type of media tour because for whatever reason, Yankee fans feel like these dudes are saviors. Even though the Yankees lost the World Series last night, it's over with already. The Dodgers won the championship, but these dudes kind of got like hero status for a little bit. I don't know why, because Yankee fans are crazy and delusional, but some of them anyway, not all of them, some of them. But the entitlement that to feel that they can interfere with that play because they pay whatever money they pay for their tickets. They felt like they were entitled to interfere with that man as he was doing his job. Hell no. I am glad they got kicked out. I am glad they got arrested. And I think the MLB asked the Yankees to ban them from the park in Game 5, which they should have. They shouldn't even be allowed to any ballpark for that matter. because you are endangering a player. When you put your hands on a player, you are endangering that player. You got to go. But the sense of entitlement to even go that far, just because you paid to get into the game, you don't have the right to put your hands on a player. What are we doing here, fam? No, again, I take it back to the content creator aspect. Set your boundary, fam. Set your boundaries. Do not let people mess over you because they will. And you got to calm that ish down, bro. We got to calm that down. Whew. All right. Let's do anything else y'all want to talk about? Any questions you all have, feel free to drop them in the chat. I appreciate y'all being here. Also, if you guys are feeling the vibe here, if you would consider donating to your boy, either Super Chat or PayPal, PayPal will be best just because I get the money sooner and I get more of it. The link is there in the wait a minute, did I just put it? Yeah, I just put the wrong link in there. Yep, okay, that's stupid. Hold on. Wait a minute, what the? Oh, that's dumb. Why did it? Oh, wait a minute, never mind. That's a bad link. Apparently I gotta log in. That's dumb. That is dumb. Let me get rid of this. Wait, what the? Why wait, okay, I see why. All right, don't click that link. don't click that link. I need to get rid of that link because apparently, that is not the way. That is not it. But yeah, if you want to PayPal, there should be a link in the description for you to click on whatever. Or actually, I don't know if it's working. I need to work about. I need to figure that out. But yeah, if you guys consider donating, please do it. If you don't have to, but every little bit helps. So I appreciate y'all. I don't know why this link is not working properly. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure why it's not going where it needs to go. Kind of odd, but whatever. All right, I'm about to get a different link in here. But anyway, again, y'all got questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the chat, yo. I'm just hanging out with y'all for a little bit. I get a better link, yo. What's going on out here? I got the wrong link, yo. But yeah. Also, shout out to the creators that are actually out here getting it done, yo. I see y'all out here. The Mark Ellisons and the Technically Tees of the world. My man John Prosper out here putting out movies and stuff now. Shout out to John Prosper putting out that video, the Apple event video. I saw that, bro. I see what you're doing out there, John Prosper. I appreciate that. Putting out the Apple event video, getting it in, bro. My man John Prosper putting out movies and everything. I mean, are you a creator or are you a film director, bro? I don't know, John. I don't know anymore. I don't know, John. I don't know. So I appreciate either way. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right. I think I got a better link now. Cool. Let me put this one in the chat. So this one seems to be working properly. All right. So if you guys do have access to PayPal and can donate, the link that I just posted should be in working order. So please consider hitting that link up and donating via PayPal. But again, you don't have to. But if you can donate, any amount helps, no matter how big, how small. That is the correct link. Feel free to do that what you will. But any other thoughts, comments that you guys want to talk about, feel free. Also, we all know that Apple announced their Mac update this week. Oh, speaking of that, bro, why are we having a discourse about a power button on a desktop computer? Can somebody please make it make sense? I don't know how y'all use desktop computers, but in my world, when I'm using a desktop computer, I hit the power button once, and I probably don't hit the power button for at least another 5, 6, 7 months out to a year. It is a desktop. You do not hit the power button that much on a desktop. Normally, you control that computer via sleep in the software, okay? So the location of the power button on the Mac Mini is such a non-starter in my opinion, but for whatever reason, there's so much chatter around it this week, and it just blows my mind, fam. I don't understand why we're having this conversation. How is this a conversation? The location of a power button on a desktop computer is the most unimportant thing I've ever seen in my life. It's not important. It is not a laptop. You're not turning it on and off regularly. You're not moving it around. You put it in one spot, turning it on, and leaving it there until you rearrange your setup. That's how that works. It's a desktop. You don't turn it on and off. Like, who does that? Who is turning a desktop on and off regularly? I don't understand it. I know Trent said he does it, but I mean, that's a work thing. But if you're not working somewhere, in IT or whatever, who the hell is turning off their desktop? Like, who does that? So this whole power button fiasco just made me laugh because I don't understand why it's a big deal. Like, to me, it's not a big deal at all. But somehow, some way, we made it a thing. Like, the power button has become a thing. I don't know why, but it's become a thing. So let me know how y'all feel about that. I don't understand it, but they're talking about it. I'm laughing. I'm just in disbelief that this is the topic of conversation today, or this week. Why are we talking about a power button location on a desktop computer? Why are we doing that? Like, what sense does that make? That makes no sense to me. Like, that's just crazy to me. It makes no sense. Make it make sense, fam. Make it make sense. All right. What else going on here? Let's see. Anything else going on that I want to talk about? Let's see. We've been for I've been like 55 minutes. I've been live. Nice. Let's see. Unless something crazy happens tomorrow, this is probably gonna be the substitute for Friday Night Vibe. Again, I don't know how much more I'm gonna have to talk about to you all tomorrow night. So this might be the Friday Night Vibe for this week. So, if you are looking for Friday Night Vibe, just go back and check out the conversation. I guess, although you probably won't get to the end of this live stream, but hey, whatever works. Let's see. Anything else out here going on? Let's see what else. Let's see what's on trending here on X. It's Halloween. I know everybody getting ready for Halloween. Let's see. Anything else going on? Nope, nothing really going on here. Okay. All right. So, if you haven't, I'm not gonna get too deep into the wood, but if you haven't voted yet, early voting is open. So if you are interested in voting, go vote. Again, I don't care who you vote for. Just go out there, use your voice, go vote. And other than that, I think I will catch y'all sometime next week here on the live stream. But yeah, appreciate y'all hanging out. Thank you guys for showing up. Again, this was an unscheduled live stream, so I appreciate all of y'all who came through for the unscheduled hotness. But love y'all, miss y'all, so I want to come back and say hello. But yeah, enjoy your Thursday, enjoy your weekend. Be kind, be safe out there, and I will catch y'all on the stream next week. Peace. Now, if I can remember how to stop this bad boy, that'd be great.